right, this is Geometry 7.4, applying properties of similar triangles. All right, the triangle proportionality theorem states if a line parallel to a side of a triangle intersects the other two triangles, then it divides those sides proportionally. So if EF and BC are parallel, you can set up your proportions to work. So find PN. Well, we can set up our proportion. That's x, so 3 over x equals 2 over 5. So x would be 7.5. Doesn't matter how you set up the proportion, as long as you are consistent. All right, the converse of the triangle proportionality theorem, if a line divides two sides of a triangle proportionally, then it is parallel to the third side. So if you can set up the proportion and they are equal, you can show that they are parallel. So verify that DE is parallel to BC. So we can say 10 to 15 equals 8 to 12. That's 120 equals 120. That verifies that those are proportional, so it means they're parallel. All right. So two transversal proportionality, if three or more parallel lines intersect two transversals, then you guessed it, they divide the transversals proportionally, so you can set up all of your corresponding proportions. Suppose that an artist decided to make a large sketch of the trees. In the figure, if AB is 4.5, 2.6, find, and so on and so forth, find LM and MN. So if we wanted to find LM, we could take 4.5 over 4.9, 2.6 over x. So I set up my proportion divided by 4.5 gives me about 2.83 for LM. And then for MN, if I wanted to do that, I could just use that same proportion. Let's go 4.1 over y. So 4.1 times 4.9 divided by 4.5 gives me 4.46. All right. So as long as they are set up like that, all those lines are parallel, then they are all proportional. All right. An angle bisector of a triangle divides the opposite sides into two segments whose lengths are proportional to the lengths of the other two sides. So if you've got an angle bisector, then you can set up proportions. All right. So find AC and DC. Well, we've got an angle bisector here, so we can set up our proportion. 8 over 4.5 equals y minus 2 over y over 2. I'm going to put that in parentheses. That's like half y. So if I cross multiply here, 8 times half y is 4y. And 4.5, that would be 4.5y minus 9 if I distributed that. I'm going to subtract 4y, which gives me 0.5y, and add that over there. Divide by a half,